Iceland, an island nation between the North Atlantic and Arctic Oceans, is a land shaped by fire and ice. Its volcanic landscapes, glaciers, and vast wilderness have defined its unique identity. The country's history is deeply rooted in the legacy of Norse and Celtic settlers. In particular, Viking explorers left an undeniable mark on its culture, language, and folklore. Their epic sagas and storytelling traditions have preserved this heritage for centuries. While Iceland is famous for its breathtaking landmarks, it still holds countless hidden wonders. Mystical canyons, secret hot springs, and ancient sites carry untold stories of the past. In this video, we'll take you on a journey to uncover Iceland's most extraordinary hidden gems. Sturlugill Canyon, one of Iceland's best-kept secrets. Tucked away in the Jökuldalur Valley, this hidden gem is famous for its towering columnar basalt formations and mesmerizing blue-green waters. It boasts one of the largest collections of land basalt columns in the country, creating an otherworldly landscape that looks almost unreal. Despite its breathtaking beauty, Sturlugill remained largely unnoticed until WOW Air, an Icelandic low-cost airline, featured it in a brochure, bringing it into the spotlight. Interestingly, its vibrant waters change dramatically in the spring, turning into a gray-brown rush as melting snow feeds the river. Surprisingly, the canyon's full splendor wasn't even revealed until later when a dam was built, reducing the water level and exposing the dramatic rock formations that had been hidden for years. Now, from hidden canyons to fiery landscapes, let's talk about Fagradalsfjall. Located on the Reykjanes Peninsula, this volcano is a true geological wonder. Formed during the last glacial period, it stands out with its flat-topped, steep-sided structure, making it a rare sight among volcanoes worldwide. For over 8 decades, the region remained quiet, with no recorded eruptions until a dramatic turn of events. Scientists detected a fissure vent on the volcano's southern side, marking the beginning of a stunning effusive eruption. This rare phenomenon hints at an even bigger transformation, as Fagradalsfjall could eventually evolve into a shield volcano, reshaping the landscape for generations to come. On Iceland's eastern coast stands one of the country's most dramatic landscapes, Vesterhorn Mountain. This jagged, towering peak was formed through the slow cooling of magma, creating a striking greenish-black hue due to its unique igneous rock composition. Its breathtaking beauty has made it a dream destination for photographers and adventure seekers alike. But Vesterhorn is more than just a visual marvel. It has played a starring role in various films and series, including Game of Thrones and the Bollywood hit The Whale. The mountain is located near Stocksons Beach, a windswept coastal plain that adds to its cinematic appeal. Beyond its natural charm, this area holds a strategic significance. It houses Iceland's air defense system, keeping watch over the country's airspace. Not far from Stocksons lies another gem, Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon, a sight straight out of a fantasy world. This vast glacial lake, formed by retreating glaciers at the edge of the Atlantic Ocean, is nothing short of mesmerizing. What makes it truly fascinating is its rapid expansion. In just a few decades, the lagoon has grown fourfold, earning the title of Iceland's deepest lake. It's surreal, icy landscape has captured the attention of Hollywood, serving as a backdrop for blockbuster films like Batman Begins and James Bond, Die Another Day. The floating icebergs of Jökulsárlón Glacier Lagoon trace their origins back to Breiðamerkurjökull, a stunning outlet glacier that feeds this ever-changing landscape. Here, massive glacial sheets drift silently across the icy waters, creating a scene that looks almost surreal. Historically, Breiðamerkurjökull advanced in the 18th century, swallowing nearby farmlands in its path. However, as the glacier gradually retreated, melting icebergs broke away, expanding Jökulsárlón Lagoon into the vast, deep water body we see today. Breiðamerkurjökull itself is a part of the mighty Vatnajökull Glacier, Europe's second-largest ice cap, whose name fittingly translates to Glacier of Lakes. Beyond its sheer scale, this ice field holds a fascinating history, including the crash landing of a Douglas DC-4, an American four-engine airliner, deep within its frozen expanse. The glacier's striking beauty has also drawn the attention of filmmakers, serving as a backdrop for major productions such as the James Bond film A View to a Kill and the hit reality competition The Amazing Race. Now, shifting from icy landscapes to cascading waters, we arrive at Aldjarfoss waterfall in the Central Highlands. This mesmerizing waterfall is often hailed as one of the most picturesque in Iceland, earning it the nickname, the perfect photographer's location. Its dramatic drop is framed by stunning basalt columns, adding to its almost otherworldly appeal. According to local folklore, Aldjarfoss even served as inspiration for the design of Hallgrímskirkja, Iceland's largest and most famous church. On the southern coast of the country is the Diamond Beach. It is renowned for its black sand and the distinctive ice blocks that give the place its name. It is also a destination for millennia-old icebergs that have been washed ashore, reformed and reduced to small pieces. One interesting feature of the beach is its reputation as a popular proposal spot. Hvitserkur Cliff, a towering sea stack off the coast of Vatnsnes Peninsula, is one of Iceland's most intriguing rock formations. This striking monolith has sparked endless speculation, with some believing it resembles an elephant, a rhinoceros, or even a prehistoric creature. But local legends tell a different story. According to folklore, Hvitserkur was once a fearsome troll who lived in the remote region of Strandir. One night, the creature attempted to destroy the bells of a nearby convent, but before it could succeed, the first rays of the sun turned it to stone. However, science offers a more grounded explanation. Geologists believe the sea stack is actually a volcanic dike, slowly sculpted over time by the relentless forces of the ocean. Now, shifting from Iceland's mystical coastlines to its dramatic inland landscapes, we arrive at Fjarðajökull Canyon, one of the country's most breathtaking geological wonders. Located in the southeast, this deep and winding canyon was carved by glacial waters over millions of years. It remained a hidden gem until Canadian singer Justin Bieber featured it in his music video, I'll Show You, skyrocketing its fame. However, the surge in visitors led to environmental concerns, prompting authorities to temporarily close the area for preservation. Mælifell, a striking composite cone volcano, emerges dramatically amidst the surrounding glaciers. This towering natural wonder was sculpted by volcanic eruptions dating back to the last glacial period. What makes Mælefell particularly fascinating is its hidden past. Once buried beneath the Myrtlesdokkel Glacier, it only surfaced when the ice retreated, revealing its conical form. However, despite its breathtaking scenery, access to this area in winter is nearly impossible due to the wet and flooded roads that cut it off from visitors. Adding to its intrigue is its name, which translates to Measuring Hill, a title shared by 9 other mountains across the country. Thingvellir National Park is where history and geology collide, creating a landscape unlike any other. Known as the Assembly Fields, this valley was the meeting place for the country's first parliament, making it as historically significant as it is geologically unique. Here, the North American and Eurasian tectonic plates pull apart, forming dramatic fissures that visitors can walk between, an experience that highlights the raw power of the Earth's shifting crust. However, this also means the region is prone to frequent earthquakes. The park is sometimes called the Coin Fissure, a name that traces back to a royal visit in the 20th century, when King Frederick VIII of Denmark tossed a coin into the cracks, sparking a tradition that continues today. Skogafoss waterfall is a spectacle of nature, cascading powerfully from the Skoga River. As one of the country's largest waterfalls, it is famous for the rainbows that form in its mist, creating an almost mythical scene. According to local legend, a Viking once hid a treasure chest behind the falls, and when it was discovered years later, only a single ring could be retrieved before the chest disappeared forever. But this wasn't the only time Skogafoss transformed. When the Eyjafjallajökull volcano erupted over a decade ago, the waterfall turned gray as volcanic ash blanketed the land, a stark reminder of the region's ever-changing landscape. Not far from Skogafoss waterfall lies the fascinating Drengurinn rock formation, a site shrouded in Icelandic folklore. According to legend, this massive boulder was placed there by a formidable strongman, but it became known as the home of the elves. These mythical beings are said to be fiercely protective of their sanctuary, disliking human interference. However, stories also tell of their kindness, particularly in aiding cows during childbirth. One of the most intriguing tales speaks of a farm worker who mysteriously vanished, only for locals to believe he had wed an elven lady, forever crossing into their hidden world. The Blue Lagoon is perhaps Iceland's most famous geothermal spa, drawing visitors with its otherworldly milky blue waters, a result of high silica content. Nestled in a lava field near the Reykjanes Peninsula, this man-made marvel is not just visually stunning, but also therapeutic, offering relief for skin conditions like psoriasis. However, its reputation has not been without controversy. Despite being a sanctuary of relaxation, it faced severe criticism when it continued to accept visitors even after a seismic swarm was detected in the area. The incident sparked concerns reminiscent of the White Island eruption, a devastating tragedy where 22 people lost their lives and 25 others suffered severe burns and injuries, highlighting the unpredictable power of geothermal landscapes. The Geyser geothermal area in southwest Iceland is a natural wonderland, teeming with dramatic hot springs and dynamic geothermal activity. At its heart lies the Great Geyser, the very first geyser recorded by Europeans over 800 years ago. Unlike other geothermal features, this powerful fountain remains dormant for long periods, only awakening after significant earthquakes. When it does erupt, it can send water soaring high into the sky, but its activity has become increasingly unpredictable, with eruptions occurring at intervals as long as 16 years. In contrast, the nearby Stråkar Geyser offers a far more reliable spectacle. Erupting every 5 to 10 minutes, it continuously delights onlookers with its towering jets of steaming water. However, not all interactions with this geothermal force have been well received. One controversial incident involved an artist who attempted to dye Stråkar's eruption pink using food coloring. The act, meant as a creative statement, was not appreciated, resulting in the artist's swift arrest, a fine, and a firm reminder of nature's untamed beauty and the respect it commands. Gullfoss waterfall, one of Iceland's most breathtaking natural wonders, cascades down in a dramatic three-step formation through the rugged Vida River Canyon. Also known as the Golden Falls, its waters take on a golden-brown hue under the sunlight, enhancing its mystical beauty. However, its history is just as captivating as its appearance. According to legend, the daughter of the waterfall's former owner made a desperate stand against its exploitation. She is said to have threatened to throw herself into the raging waters rather than allow foreign investors to take control, making Gullfoss not just a scenic marvel, but a symbol of fierce determination and preservation. On Iceland's western coastline, the Snæfellsnes Peninsula unveils another geological masterpiece, the towering Lundrangar basalt cliffs. Often referred to as the Rocky Castle of Iceland, these dramatic rock formations stand like ancient sentinels against the Atlantic waves. Legends tell of elves residing within these basalt towers, their presence so deeply rooted in folklore that local farmers once avoided the surrounding fields out of respect and superstition. Whether viewed as a natural fortress or a mystical domain, Lundrangar remains one of the most awe-inspiring coastal landmarks in the country. Further along the Snæfellsnes Peninsula stands the striking Kirkja, the Black Church of Bear. Built in the 19th century, this simple yet hauntingly beautiful parish chapel continues to host traditional ceremonies, from weddings to musical performances. What sets Kirkja apart is the unusual method used to determine its construction site. According to legend, a man spun in circles until he was dizzy, then fired 3 arrows, the final one landing in the exact spot where the church now stands. Today, this historic black church remains an iconic landmark, framed by lava fields and vast open landscapes, offering visitors a glimpse into Iceland's past and its enduring traditions. Kirkjofell Mountain stands as a striking landmark, forming a small peninsula where the historic town of Reynisfjara is located. This region has long been defined by its deep connection to the sea. For centuries, its fishing industry was the backbone of its wealth, shaping the town's identity. Yet, what truly sets this place apart is its hidden history. Archaeologists have uncovered ancient artifacts here, revealing that it was once a vital trading hub dating back to the Viking era. On the windswept Westfjords Peninsula, nature unveils one of its grandest spectacles, Dinjandi Waterfall. Often referred to as the Jewel of the Westfjords, this cascade is the largest in the region. Locals also call it Fjallfoss, a name that pays homage to its breathtaking resemblance to a bridal veil. Yet, it is not only its beauty that captivates visitors. The roar of the water, echoing across the fjords, has long inspired myths. Some say a supernatural presence lingers near the falls, guarding its secrets. Amid the stark terrain of the Berserkjaran lava field, a dramatic volcanic formation commands attention, Grabrock Crater. This geological wonder is part of one of the country's longest volcanic systems, its origins traced to a fissure eruption that took place centuries ago. Its name, meaning gray pants, is a curious nod to the unique moss that covers its lower slopes during dry weather. A hike to its rim unveils a sweeping panorama of the surrounding lava fields, a testament to the raw power that once shaped this land. On the remote northeastern edge of the country stands an enigmatic marvel, Heimskottsgeri, more widely known as the Arctic henge. This striking arrangement of stone arches and statues is inspired by Norse mythology, drawing from the ancient poems of the Edda. More than just an artistic creation, the site aligns with celestial movements, making it a modern tribute to the wisdom and prophecies of Viking lore, where the cycles of creation and destruction are set in stone. Few places blend history and legend as seamlessly as Gullfoss Waterfall, the waterfall of the gods. This breathtaking cascade is not only a natural wonder, but also a symbol of a pivotal moment in history. According to folklore, when Norway threatened invasion unless the nation converted to Christianity, a respected law speaker was given the task of deciding the country's fate. After deep contemplation, he made his choice: Christianity would be the way forward. To mark this turning point, he cast the statues of the Old Norse gods into the falls, giving Gullfoss its name. Today, the waterfall remains an enduring reminder of the moment one era ended and another began. The Loki craters are part of a vast volcanic system and the site of one of the most destructive eruptions in history. In 1783, toxic gases and lava flowed for 8 months, causing devastation across the nation. Over 50% of the country's livestock perished, and the destruction of crops led to widespread famine. Beyond its borders, the eruption triggered famines in Europe and droughts in India and North Africa, marking it as a global catastrophe. South of the craters stretches the Eldrown lava field, the largest lava flow on Earth created during the Loki eruption. This vast, moss-covered landscape is so otherworldly that NASA selected it as a training ground for the Apollo 11 astronauts, helping them prepare for the moon's rugged terrain. Renowned for its dramatic basalt formations, Svartifoss Waterfall, or Black Waterfall, is a natural masterpiece. The dark hexagonal columns, formed by cooling lava, create a striking contrast with the flowing water. These formations have inspired major architectural works, including Hallgrímskirkja Church and the milestone sculpture by Reynisfjara. The breathtaking Reynisfjara beach is famous for its rare red sands, which shift in color from golden yellow to deep crimson depending on the season. Despite its serene beauty, the beach holds a dark past, the infamous Stonder murders of the 19th century, where a man and woman killed their spouses in pursuit of forbidden love. The Vestmannaeyjar, or Westman Islands, are an archipelago of 15 volcanic islets off the southern coast. While only Jaime is inhabited, the entire region has a dramatic history of eruptions, including the 1973 Eldfell eruption that reshaped the island and forced an emergency evacuation. Vikey Mordal, commonly known as Vik Village, offers breathtaking views of the sea stacks rising from the Atlantic. Once uninhabited, it became a key trade center in the 19th century, connecting farmers and merchants. Today, it is home to one of the world's most stunning coastlines. Island magazine once ranked its black sand beach among the top 10 most beautiful beaches on Earth. The capital and largest city of the country, Reykjavik, is the beating heart of commerce, fishing, and culture. Home to over 100,000 people, it houses nearly half of the nation's industries. The city's skyline is dominated by Hallgrímskirkja Church, the sixth tallest structure in the country. Its design draws inspiration from natural wonders like Svartifoss waterfall and Jarfoss, with elements traditionally linked to Thor's hammer. Along the coastline, the Sun Voyager sculpture stands as a powerful symbol of discovery, hope, and progress, embodying the spirit of exploration that defines this land. Further northeast, Dettifoss waterfall thunders through rugged terrain as the most powerful waterfall in the country. Often dubbed the Niagara of Europe, it captivates visitors with its raw force and breathtaking scenery. Its name, meaning tumbling falls, reflects its ancient origins. Its path was sculpted by glacial floods thousands of years ago. Though once considered for hydropower generation, the plan was abandoned due to the unstable lava formations in the area. On the southwestern edge of the Reykjanes Peninsula, Vallanökumal presents a striking display of nature's artistry. Its rounded stones and jagged rock formations were shaped by relentless storms and crashing waves, intensified by the region's frequent earthquakes. This unique landscape carries a touch of folklore. Locals believe that trolls once made their home among these towering stones, adding a mythical charm to this rugged coastline. The Landmannalaugar Mountains are renowned for their striking peaks and kaleidoscope of colors. Their vibrant hues stem from an abundance of rhyolite, a magma-formed igneous rock that gives the landscape its unique glow. Historically, this geothermal area provided both shelter and relaxation for weary travelers. Nestled within these mountains is Brennisteinsalda, or the Sulphur Wave Crater, a mesmerizing site where an eruption in the 15th century sculpted a vast obsidian lava field, adding even more contrast to this already stunning terrain. Further west, Hraunfossar waterfall unveils a breathtaking sight, a series of small creeks and springs emerging directly from a lava field. The flowing water varies from crystal-clear turquoise to soft, milky white streams, creating an ever-changing display. Not far upstream, Svartifoss waterfall rushes through a narrow passage, carrying an eerie legend of children who once fell into its depths. Both waterfalls originate from the nation's second-largest glacier, Langjökull, making them part of a greater glacial river system. Nestled in the southern highlands, Reynisfjara Valley is a rugged mountain ridge steeped in history and myth. Named after the Norse god Thor, it is often called the Valley of Thor. Though the name originally referred to the valley itself, it is now used informally to describe the entire region, extending toward the age of geological glacier, one of the country's most infamous volcanic landscapes. Not far from the lighthouse, Brimktil lava rock pool offers a natural wonder shaped by time and the relentless power of the ocean. Formed by volcanic activity and slowly carved into a basin by coastal erosion, this striking pool has long captured the imagination of locals. According to folklore, a giantess named Odni once lived here, lending it the legendary name Odni's Pool. Nestled within the Grimson's volcanic system, Kerry Crater Lake stands as a geological wonder. As the youngest crater in the country, it is only 6,000 years old, a mere blink in geological time. What makes this site so striking is its vivid red volcanic rock, a result of rare minerals found in the region. Some scientists theorize that the crater was once a cone-shaped volcano that collapsed, though definitive evidence remains elusive. Cascading from the Reynisfjara River, Reynisfjara waterfall ranks as the third tallest waterfall in the country. Its towering basalt cliffs are layered with streaks of red clay, earning it the nickname Layer Falls. This dramatic setting has long been steeped in myth. One legend from the Cascade region tells of two men who once encountered elves singing a hymn near the falls, adding a mystical charm to its already breathtaking scenery. For centuries, turf houses were a cornerstone of the nation's architecture and way of life. These semi-underground dwellings featured grassy roofs, stone foundations, and birch or driftwood doors, providing insulation against harsh climates. Used by both commoners and powerful chieftains, they trace their origins to the Viking settlers of the 9th century. Over time, the design evolved from longhouses to interconnected buildings, offering more protection and durability. In earlier centuries, fortresses and caves were among the few available shelters, making turf houses a necessary alternative. However, they required frequent upkeep, leading communities to abandon and rebuild them as needed. By the 20th century, these historic homes had largely disappeared from everyday life, transforming instead into cultural landmarks that now serve as a vital link to the past.